Well, I'm out here on Sugarloaf Lake this morning. It is 6:30 in the morning. Just got on the water, and I'm gonna be doing something that I don't think most of you have seen me do on these videos. Since my last couple of bluegill excursions have been kind of humiliating, didn't have very good success. Today, I'm gonna go to some regular nesting areas, but then after I get done in those places, to find more bluegill today, I'm gonna go on one of those search and destroy missions, and I'm gonna do it with a fly rod. Now, a lot of people that know me and see me fish and hear me talk about fishing, they don't even know I know how to use a fly rod. I've actually been using the fly rod since I was about 8 years old. I just don't like to use them for trout, but I do like to come out and find bluegill with them. I can change over to a popping bug, but what I've got right here this morning, I've got just a little bitty dry fly, but it isn't going to sit on top of the water because I've got a little split shot about 6 inches above that, and about 18 inches above it all is a strike indicator. I'll be moving along the banks and casting every few feet. I can cut about half this lake. I can dissect it about half this lake, going back and forth and just casting every few feet into likely areas, letting that thing sit for a few seconds and then move it to the next one just with a back and forth motion of my arm. That's a really efficient way to find them, to find new beds. And at this point right here, the water is almost 80 degrees this morning. We're going into mid-June, and fish should be in nesting areas, but if they're not, or even if they are, I should be able to find some of them bunched up in various areas around the shallow parts of the bank, around stumps, weed lines, and so forth. So this is a really efficient way to do it. So here we go. I'm gonna go to some nesting areas first, be casting my night crawler rigs, but I'll also be using my fly rod in there. And once I get done in those nesting areas, then I'll be searching for more with the fly rod. So let's go fishing for bluegill and see if I can catch some this time. Now I'm coming up in a known nesting area here, but I'm gonna start out with a fly rod just to get warmed up a little bit. And there's one on the fly rod. You get to see the hook sets. There won't be a hard hook set like there is on a spinning rod. Just lift the rod is all I have to do with this. Try to jerk it in there with that little bitty trout fly. Yeah, I know there's at least a few fish here. Don't know how many, but I'm gonna throw my night crawler in there. Got something on here. It's either a small bass or a really good oh, big Redear. Look at here. Look at beauty. Wow. That's what you want when you come in fishing for, when you're fishing for dinner. That's what you want right there. Look at that. Big Redear. Oh, there's another one. Something. They're just all up in those nesting holes there. My goodness. Bluegill. Pulled up in a cove here. It's been a bluegill producer for decades. Just like this one right here. Way up in the back of this thing. Good one. Balls of slime. They're not coming fast, but ones that are coming in are good ones. Redear. Not a big one, but he's a keeper. Right over here. Yep. A little deeper there. There's some of them out in the middle of the cove. It's gonna be a good one. Look at that. Wow. Funny, just make a little adjustment and look at the size of that. Got to hit right in the nesting holes, and there they are. Not a lot of them. They're right down in the holes. They're not hovering around them. You got to land right in the hole to get them.